Yep. Good morning, pre-gamers. Morning, Greg. Boy, good for you. Got a day off to watch golf. That's awesome.
Man, I'm jealous, aren't you?
Super jealous. I did get up early this morning and kind of almost forgot that it was on. And then I started watching. I had about an hour and a half's worth of watching this morning. Before I was like, oh.
The U.S. Open.
Morning, Claire. Morning, Ryan. 840.
What up, everybody?
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Ryan 840.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Claire Wilson.
Are we going to be announce everyone's name today? Saltdogs Manager Brett Jodie.
Want to shout out Mrs. 840 for happy anniversary.
Aw, congrats, Mrs. I love that. It's Mrs. 840.
Ryan,
9 years, congrats.
What are you guys doing for the anniversary?
Yeah, what we got planned?
That's exciting. 9 years. You're almost to the Big Ten.
Yeah. Don't tell us where you'll be at because we might show up.
Yeah, we might.
The morning hookup show up.
Maybe we could do that. You got to pay us $50 and we'll show up to anything you want.
It's like the cameos.
Yeah.
Our cameos are worth about $12.
Divided
by 2, 6 apiece.
I'm a little higher than that. I got to have more than 12. I should have brought a sweatshirt.
Are you cold? I'm not as cold in here today.
Cold.
Good morning, Ernesto. Greg says happy anniversary. And, oh, man, the Ryan, the first lady. Let's go. Start thinking about your questions in about 30 minutes or so. Ask Will anything. I will promise you I will not watch U.S. Open and be a distraction.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you. When Tiger's on the course,
He's wavering right now, man. It's a tough gigs out there right now.
You might have to owe me lunch.
Yeah, the cut thing.
Yeah.
Do you see my name today? What I put on there?
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Always hit range balls. You hit some range balls?
A lot yesterday. Always hit range balls, folks.
It helped.
Yeah, we'll bring it up. Always hit range balls. My favorite.
Gonna golf and dinner? She was the beer cart lady and I was the pro shop boy way back then. Where at, Ryan 840?
Yeah, where at?
What course? What up, Shane?
That's cool.
They just announced the Shaq show.
I saw that. You think he's really coming here?
I think he is. And you know what? We should try to get him on the show. We should be like, hey, we'll promote your show if you can come on with us.
There's no chance. How do you make that happen?
Just hit up. There's people you can text.
Make magic.
I'll try my best.
Make magic. What are we at here? Oh, we got a few seconds. Okay. Don't look at that. I'll start.
Okay. Hi, Nora.
Aww.
This is the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
Out here in the fields, I found my meals.
Good morning, Lincoln, Nebraska. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Morning Hookup. Bill Hooks, Will Wilson. What's up, everybody?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. I am
Turn the golf off.
No, I'm starting. There's questions. I want to stay ahead of it. There's questions already coming. Look.
Man,
Don't look. I don't have it on. I really don't have it on.
Anytime there's a major golf tournament on, you are not going to get anything out of Hooks.
I love the majors, but look, I'm not lying to you. Look. See?
All right.
Okay. Not on.
Okay.
Not on. I just want to make sure I don't miss the questions for Ask Will anything in about 30 minutes. That's all. Here shortly, coming up, Saltdogs Manager Brett Jodie will be on the show with us. We'll talk through a lot of sports. U.S. Open's going on. You've got Coach Hoiberg talk yesterday, too, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We can bring up some of that, see what's going on. And we got some news that we're hoping for out of Nebraska basketball. It's official and all that. So
that's exciting.
Very exciting.
Some good news out of that,
good
too.
News, good news. That phone line lights up on Thursdays at 10 o'clock, and I just know it's Saltdogs Manager Brett Jodie. Hey, Coach.
What's going on, guys? How are y'all?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
We're good. Good. You're up. You guys are up in Chicago, right?
We are. Yeah, I was actually working out, and my alarm went off, and I'm like, that's right. I gotta call the show. So I'm out in the hotel lobby somewhere right now, calling you guys.
Well, thanks for taking the time. We won't keep you too long. That way you can get back to it, finishing that workout.
I just want to ask real quick. You talk about the lobby you're in. I'm sure you've stayed in some really nice places, and I'm talking about your whole baseball career as a player, as a manager. I bet you've also stayed in some real dumps.
You are accurate. Yeah, I've been in some places I'd rather not discuss. Yeah, I've been in anything from the Ritz-Carlton to the names you've never heard of before. And I don't want to say names of lower chains or whatever, but yeah, some that are not heard of before. I never want to see again, and they're probably blown up by now.
Oh man, it just brings back memories of me like driving the vans in Division III baseball. Seriously.
Yeah.
Student drivers, coach drove one, student driver drove the other one. So many stories come from there. Coach, but you're in Chicago. Do you guys get a chance to get out and about? And do you have a go-to pizza place when you're there?
So yeah, yesterday with the day game, you managed to be able to kind of explore a little bit in the afternoon and have a decent afternoon and night and things like that. So I like to kind of explore, walk around a little bit and stuff like that. I didn't find any place extraordinary. I guess I went to Ross to look for a pair of shoes for one of our players because we just got a college guy in, and he's got his cleat game and his shoe game is terrible right now. He's got holes all in them and stuff. So I'm trying to look around for him. I went to Target and stuff, and then I grabbed something to eat at Chipotle. So it was pretty boring, but it was fun. It was a great evening, like beautiful out, and I walked probably a few miles just around town and stuff like that. So I've not been here enough or had enough, I guess, afternoons or nights to find a go-to place yet. And I think we've switched hotels every time we've been here. So it's a different location this time as well. So yeah, nothing that's in the norm that I go to, but it was fun to walk around, explore, and have a good evening.
Now you got to tell us: steak, chicken, carnitas. What are you rocking on that Chipotle?
I usually get the chicken bowl. Yeah. I usually get the chicken. It took me a few years before I went back to Chipotle because I thought they used to just have the burritos, and I got kind of tired of those. So we have those post game a lot of times at different stadiums and everything. And then I found out they had bowls, and I started going again. And it's pretty good. So I think about a year and a half ago, I started seeing all these guys bring back these bowls. I'm like, that looks pretty good. I have to try that again. But yeah, not a big fan of the huge football sized burritos, but I do like the bowls.
Again, we got Saltdogs Manager Brett Jodie hanging out with us on the morning hookup. Coach, obviously, look, man, you guys are working through some things. I know there's probably some frustration, we're going to get there, some positive stuff. But for you personally, you've been doing this a long time, and you have who you are, right? You have who you are. But when you look up at the makeup of your team, sometimes you got to, I don't know, mix it up a little bit. Because I know, like with 13-year-old kids, I can talk to a certain group of kids like this. I mean, I know I got to be a little bit less with this. Are you having to do that sometimes with teams?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, you can't come up with a team speech usually that is good for everyone, right? You're talking, and that's always been the case. So I remember even growing up where you get yelled at or whatever, and you're like, wait a minute, the coach's talking to me, or is he talking to everybody else, or what's going on? But either way, I've been doing a lot of individual type talks and stuff like that. We've also done some pitching staff talks and some team talks and different things like that. But it's been pretty low key, just trying to get on the same page. But yeah, I've noticed with the new athletes and stuff and people coming up, there's not as much accountability. I'm not saying that's what's happening with our team. There's not as much accountability. There's the toughness factor with some guys is leaving a little bit. And just the desire to win, I think, is something that has to be kind of learned again or whatever. Like, maybe I'm just so simple, and I'm trying to think maybe I can't relate to everybody. I always said, if we win, everybody looks better. If I win my game and our team wins every time I'm on the mound, most every time, then they're going to recognize that. And I kept it that simple. That way you don't have to worry about everything else. You just go after winning the ball game. If you win enough, it's going to draw enough positive attention to you and your team and the organization and stuff like that. So everything else kind of takes care of itself. So I'm a very, very simple guy. But after we won yesterday, that's basically what I told the team in a yelling kind of way. It was a fun yell because we won, but that's really what it is. And if we can get down to the root of that, then maybe they fight for that extra little inch or whatever, or that extra little difference maker in a game. And I'll talk about that at the beginning of the year, because it's not like we're losing 10-0 every night. We're losing 5-4, 1-0, 10-9, 3-2, whatever. And there's a way to win those ball games, but we're finding a way to lose them instead of win them. So what's going to make that difference? And I think it comes down to as simple as I want it more than the other guy sometimes, but it also takes a collective effort with everybody that's participating to make that happen. Because you have one or two guys that are just like, not that they don't care, but maybe they just don't give everything they have at every moment, and then it's going to show. And that's the difference in a one-run ball game. So we're trying to get everybody on the same page. And again, it's not that we see that and we see lackadaisical play or don't care. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what it is, because it's tough to lose as many games as we did in a row. And it's like I said, I feel like we have a lot of the players we need. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to upgrade a couple areas or whatever. And everybody talks about injuries, and I hate to do that, but it's a fact. We have probably 7 or 8 pitchers that are going to miss the majority of the year, if not the whole year, and then others that are going to miss months or whatever, not days. So it's been tough to overcome that, and we have added some new pieces. But when you're waiting to add a new starter or 4, then it's tough to cover up those innings and try to maneuver through a baseball game. Or maybe you have to leave your starter out there longer and you don't want to, but you can't take him out because you don't have enough guys to cover the innings you're pitching. So there's real things involved too. But I'm always a believer, if you got enough guys on the team and enough heart and gut and whatever else you want to say, you have a chance to win that game. And if you have those grinders, the right guys, then you're going to find a way to battle through and get it done. And I think we're on the right path here, but I thought we were on the right path before. But I do like a lot of our pieces, and I like the direction we're moving. I like how positive we've stayed through this, because it's tough. I'm gonna go and tell you, I always said losing is what's going to make me leave the game. It's not going to be time or bus rides or things like that. It's going to be losing, because I cannot accept it. I can't do it. I can't go through it, and I'm a terrible loser.
At what point through that streak did you feel like Bull Durham and Kevin Costner, and you were trying to get a rain out somewhere?
Dude, it's hilarious you said that too, because that movie, the quotes in that movie have been waking me up at night. And no lie, this is serious. They've been waking me up at night, where you hear all the, losing is a disease, and this, that was going on. And then we have a pitcher on our team that reminds me of Newt Lelouch a little bit, the way he throws, and I'm trying to fix him to make him the big league Newt Lelouch instead of the minor league version. And then one of my, I think Kubiak asked me yesterday. He says, "Hey, what's your right when the pitcher was warming up yesterday before the game? He said, what's your feelings on Bull Durham?" And I said, "That's hilarious, dude, that you're talking about this." Now you asked me too, so yeah, our season reminds me a lot of that. But the good thing is they were losing a lot, and then they started winning a lot. So that's the goal. Hopefully, we can follow the script of that movie somewhat, not entirely, because that thing had a lot to it, but hopefully we can follow that script as far as winning a little bit more and get on the right track. And there's a lot of truth to that movie. It is, when you win a lot, you feel like you can't lose, and that's why it's tough to beat those teams. Even if you're up by 3 or 4 tonight, they have the ability to feel like they're going to win all the time, and it's hard to keep those teams down. And then it works the opposite way too. When you're losing a lot, you're kind of snake bitten, and you're like, what's going to happen here? And you gotta fight through that, stay positive, and stay the course and keep getting after it. And it will change. And as fast as you think you can never win a ball game, it'll change to the other side where you feel like we're never going to lose a ball game. So we're trying to get that feeling. Even the guy said yesterday, we lost some games in a row, and we won yesterday, and everybody was like, "All right, we're pretty good. That's a good win, and this is fun again," and stuff like that. So it doesn't take long to kind of change the mind. But during those times when you're going through some rough stretches, it definitely could be taxing on your brain and on your body, and you got to stay positive and keep getting after it and keep grinding, and otherwise it's not going to change.
I mean, Coach, you talk about being positive, man. And last weekend, I was working at a bar down in the Haymarket, and I get to know a lot of the umpires when they have free time. They like to come in. They have nothing but good things to say about Lincoln. They cannot wait to get to this town, which I think is amazing. And they have nothing but good things to say about you. And I'm serious when I say that. And I was also talking to, some of the guys from Sioux Falls came in that Friday when the game got canceled, and Hunter Clandon, I believe he's a former player of yours, man. He had nothing but good things to say about you.
Yeah, I mean, and that means a lot. I mean, I love that organization too. Mike Meyer and Hunter Clandon's one of my favorite. He came to my office the night we got rained out. I think we hung out a little bit, and that's what it's about. We have Josh Altman on a Lake Country and stuff like. We have guys all over the league that used to play for us. That we, Sioux Falls is where Hunter Clandon is from, where he works at a baseball facility and had a baby. It's almost 2 now, and so that's why we gave him to Sioux Falls. Tanner Brown, one of the guys that beat us the other day 3-2. I gave Sioux Falls Tanner Brown, a starting pitcher for them that we'd love to have back, but he has a family business in Sioux Falls that he's helping run while he's playing baseball, and that's important because you're not making enough to afford to live basically on the baseball salary. So you got to think about your next steps too in case you don't get picked up. So I try to do what's best for the players as well. But no, I mean, you definitely want a good reputation, and it's not fake. I mean, that's who we are as an organization, and that's who I try to be. And you want to be the same all the time. I mean, it's easy if you've won 10 games in a row to be a good human being and treat people nice and treat the umpires nice. But when you're getting your butt kicked, sometimes it can be a little bit tough. So you want to be the same all the time. That's something I pray about even all the time. And I was even talking to our chaplain about, like, the biggest thing is you don't want to show that everything is fine and you're happy and okay with losing, but you also don't want to be, someone based on your circumstances. So if you're winning, you're on top of the world and you're a great guy and you're treating everybody nice. And then if you're losing, you're treating everybody poorly. You got to be steady. And especially as a manager, you need to be the same every day. So you got to keep pressing, keep moving forward, and keep getting after it. And represent, who you believe in every time you're out there and doing things. So do you get frustrated, or do you do a strategic, maybe ejection from the game? Yeah, I mean, there's a time to do that, and I've been looking to do that, but the umpires have actually been fairly good, and it's not been their fault. So I don't want to blame them for us, losing games and stuff. But believe me, I've been on go. If there was a definite difference maker call, I was ready to go, but it hadn't been yet, and there probably will be tonight. So get ready for it.
Coach, in the big scheme of things, when you're, going through struggles or the course of a season, how often do you think about lineup changes throughout the process to figure out what's the right combination? Because I do know that, and then again, we just do a little youth baseball, but I do know that there's kids that like to hit 3, 4, 5, and they're really good there. There's also the ones that like to hit at the bottom because they're very comfortable. So how often do you think about that, of trying not to, from stability to upsetting the apple cart too much?
Yeah, I think about it every day and pretty much nonstop. And you're exactly right. You have a guy that might be hitting 320, but if you move him from the 7 hole to the 5 or the 2 or something, then all of a sudden he's going to sink a little bit. So you have people that are comfortable in certain spots until we got Spencer Henson, who's a little bit concussed right now, by the way, but hopefully he's okay today. But he's very comfortable in the 4 hole, but we haven't had a guy that's comfortable in the 4 hole. And I've had to talk to guys and be like, look, you're not a 4 hole guy. Don't worry about it. You're only 4 hole the first time through the order. And then it changes, like who it's just a number. Like when you get that in their head, that it doesn't really matter. And I may hit and run with a 4 hole guy, or that might be a stolen base guy, or we might bunt with a 4 hole guy with the way our team's set up. I mean, yesterday we did, I think, 2 or 3 hit and runs, a couple bunts and stuff like that, because that's what we have to do to create some offense right now. So it is just a number, but no matter how many times you tell them, it still changes their mindset some. And so if I find where they're doing very well in a certain spot, I try to leave them there, even though out of necessity, sometimes you need to move them. But I like to keep guys where they are when they're comfortable. But that's kind of, been the problem a little bit. We don't really have a prototypical leadoff hitter. I think Tactics has been doing pretty good in the 3. Henson's pretty good in the 4, I believe, as well. And then, the 5 and 6, I'm not really sold on quite yet. And then I like 7, 8, and 9, but there's probably 6 guys that can be 7, 8, 9 right now. So, I'd like more competition for the 3 hole, because I think your 3 hole should be one of your most, well-rounded hitters in the lineup and your best hitter. But also try to put, 1 and 2 really good. And I want the first guy to be a RBI producer as well. Now, the way I construct the lineup, I love that flips around the lineup, and then you get an RBI producer right there at the top. So there's a lot of things that go into it. You can probably tell by the way I'm rambling on about it, but I definitely think about that a lot and try to reconstruct it. And I don't know how many times we've done the same lineup this year. Probably not many. And then other people will be like, well, you need stability. You need to do the same lineup and just paste it out there. But I will do that once we find something that really works. And then you give guys days off, obviously, and you rotate guys through that are on the bench and stuff. But it's been very tough this year to try to find that stability and something that really works.
Well, Coach, as always, a pleasure. You guys off day today, get some rest, get through some stuff, and we'll look forward to having you guys back after you sweep Gary. That
sounds good. We got one more in Chicago today, so we're not off today. I don't know. We play Chicago today and then 3 in Gary.
Got it. All right. So I was looking at the website. I must have missed that. So.
All right. Thanks,
no,
Coach.
You're good.
That's good. All right, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Coach. Saltdogs Manager Brett Jodie right there. Always good stuff. Him. Let's take a break, and we'll come back. We'll do a little U.S. Open, NBA Finals. It's over, but we'll talk about it.
More next on the Morning Hookup on KFOR.
That's on me. When I went to the website, I hit the refresh. It brought up just the 14th. I didn't see the Chicago game.
Open your eyes.
Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Did you see? Maybe we'll ask this too when we come back on air, but we can do it in the stream too. Did you see the X update, Twitter update when you logged on?
Yeah, you can't see people's likes now.
Yeah, you can hide your likes now.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
I don't like it.
I think it's kind of creepy.
Nora's really mad at it because she's good at stalking my likes.
Yeah, not now.
Yeah, now she can't see what I like.
But on a flip flop, you can be a creepy liker now.
Like you can like things that like somebody who we work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you won't be able to see him.
He's celebrating
He's
today.
like,
He's like, yes,
celebrate time. Come on.
I can like OnlyFans models
all
pictures
the time.
now.
All the time. And you can't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is kind of creepy.
You think it's creepy?
Maybe there's stuff that I want people to know that I like.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't. Why would you hide anything like that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Plus, if you're liking stuff you don't want people to see, are you using Twitter the way it's supposed to be used?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's odd. By the way, I think Dad is listening today.
What? I don't see him on here.
He replied to the tweet. Like he's not like in the stream. He's
what?
Yeah, I don't know.
What? Where do you see this?
He replied to the tweet. The show tweet. The stream tweet.
Like on Twitter?
Yes. Of course. But I don't know if he's in the stream.
Islands in the stream. That is what you want. Nice hair, Will. Is that your dad?
Yeah. That's Dad.
I need to give him a follow. I did not know. I'm already following that.
Yeah.
Hi, Simba. Through it. He said, "Let's freaking go."
Hey, Simba.
What's up, Simba? Sim.
Yeah, let's talk some finals, man.
It's over. Well, they're dogging Luke. I love it.
Yeah, well, gosh. He needs to keep his mouth shut.
He like all of a sudden turned into a big. Maybe I just missed it and just don't watch enough. Big crybaby, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, even if you didn't watch, don't admit you didn't watch because Triz is gonna get mad.
I know. I'm not gonna. Dude, I had baseball last night and golf yesterday. Okay. Some of us just don't have the time and unpacking boxes and watching TV.
Red knows what he's talking about. He says hiding the likes helps Twitter hide the facts that most of likes engagements are bots.
Oh.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yes. Which
Okay,
is
Red.
what we need. We need less bots on social media.
What do we need more of?
We need more.
Should have been a joke behind that. I've been kind of.
I
awesome.
can't think of anything. I was gonna say pictures of boobs,
Yeah.
but my girlfriend might be mad at me.
I went right to this. I went right and put you on the spot, didn't I?
I'm getting hungry, Hooks.
I am not. Big dinner last night after golf.
How's Tiger playing?
Oh, I know. Let me flip it over there. Probably not good.
We need more cowbell, Claire says. Claire, you got to give me access to that Dropbox, by the way.
We're in an ad right now. I don't know. I think he just made a par.
Par.
There's this guy named Pavon, I think. Pavon. Just made Eagle. Both par fives today. He's 5 under par, setting the pace.
Whoa.
Pavon.
Who's that guy?
Pavon. I don't know. Through 10. Brooks, Koepka -3 to 12. Aberg, I forget how to say it. -3. Henley -3.
Was an early morning yesterday.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. Special thanks there to Saltdogs Manager Brett Jodie. Good stuff from him. We were just talking on the stream in case you missed it. If you were on X or Twitter, whatever you call it, when you either yesterday or today, whenever you got on it, it talked about hiding your likes. That's weird.
I'm so confused why you think it's weird.
Because people, you can hide behind stuff. Now, don't you want at times people to know that you're liking something?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that like some engagement? Right?
In
If there's
a
a Husker
way.
baseball post, Husker athletics post, you like it. If one of your friends puts something out celebratory,
yeah,
you go like,
yeah,
or comment, but like.
I think you can still see
the number of likes.
Well, let me try something here. If I go to a tweet and I click likes, oh, you can't even do that anymore. You can't even see who likes.
That's it. Everybody's likes are hidden.
Wow. I think.
So like we talked about, somebody that we, not somebody that maybe around the building that likes the OnlyFans stripper models.
Yes. Which is
you
a
typically
thing.
could see that.
Which is a thing.
Right?
Oh.
But now you can't. What happened?
Tristan says Bill is just worried his Raising Cane's likes will come to light.
Oh, yeah.
No, Tris, he's happy that nobody will see that.
Yeah,
now.
nobody will see that crap anymore.
Yeah. Oh, my
Tris
gosh.
always would fire on us, man. I love it.
That's hilarious.
Love it.
NBA Finals.
NBA Finals. I'm not into it. I haven't been.
It's over.
It's over, right? Is it like 156-0 now or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of I watched SportsCenter last night. I watched SportsCenter this morning. A lot to be said about Luka. One, he fouled out with 4 minutes to go. You have to know you can't do that.
Yeah, you have 5 fouls.
And then look at the officials or look at your bench wanting a review and yelling at them.
Yeah.
But a lot of this has been made about Luka and his lack of defense. Let's just go to the point with Luka. He's not very good defensively. Boston has attacked him nonstop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then also, you talk about that foul. You have 5 fouls. What are you doing trying to draw a charge in the open court like that? That's just stupid.
And then cry about it.
And he is complaining a lot. And I love Luka. I've liked him since he got to the league. And this isn't going to ruin it for me, but it's ruining it for a lot of people.
You want to hope that this is a learning experience for him. Big stage finals. You're a star, right? You're a star. But quit begging for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Quit, taking away from your team. All that takes away from your team.
Why do you think that? Because that just started happening this year. He didn't know
he's not very good defensively anyway.
No.
But you read articles and it used the word shameful, gross.
It is annoying.
Disgusting.
It is annoying. I mean, LeBron is known for this as well. It must be a thing where you're top of the league, where you're top 5. You think you deserve everything. It's a dangerous mentality.
It's a bad place to be.
Yeah.
Bad place to be.
But give the Mavs credit. They were down, 20?
Down 20 or so in there. They got it. I saw at one
fourth?
point 93-90 at one point.
Yeah, and
in that game.
They quickly went on that 12-0 run, and they were quickly back in that thing. They had a chance to win last night, but there was that call that really screwed things up. It was that moving charge call in the backcourt. I think I can't remember who it was they called it on, but that was such a dumb play. I mean, Kyrie has the best handles in the league. You don't need to be setting a screen at that time. It's just so stupid.
Lost in the game. I did call it, by the way. You can go back and find it, but I did ask when Jason Tatum was going to go up for 30.
Tatum
did it last night.
Yeah.
He's been kind of the snake in the grass kind of guy.
What are you talking about?
Like, just been quietly good.
Yeah, but Jaylen Brown is
He's
that
been
guy.
That guy. But Tatum last night drops 31. Brown had 30. White 16. Porzingis doesn't play.
No. Nope.
Kyrie was really good last night. 13 of 28. He took 28 shots. That's a lot of shots. 35 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Luka 27, 6 and 6. Fouls out. They just more complete team has taken this series over. The ones that are on a mission, they play good defense. They share the ball. They're just a better team.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody should be surprised.
No. So they'll get back at it.
Honestly, it's a miracle how the Mavs got this far, in my opinion. I did not think they were going to get past
the dynamic duo was really stinking good. We talked about the series in Minnesota, right? That duo was better than the other duo. And that's what it came down to.
Yep.
But their exposure now, they will not play again until Friday, where the Celtics will try to wrap this puppy up in Dallas. Dallas right now is a 1-point underdog at home.
I don't know. I cannot take Dallas after everything I've heard.
No, there's nothing encouraging
They're
coming.
seeing.
Nothing encouraging.
Let's go to the phones.
Good morning. You're on the morning hookup.
Good morning, guys.
Morning, Ernesto.
Early lunch.
What's for lunch
and I'm not
today?
drinking it.
What's for lunch today?
I don't usually eat lunch, actually. I just usually walk when it fits in with my schedule. But if you guys are on, I'm hanging out and listening. So,
okay.
But I know you got sunburn the other day, man. That's why I sent you guys the sunbun.
I know.
When you go golfing.
And I was going to bring it.
Listen, I always put it on, Ernesto, and it's Sunbum. It's not the lotion, but it's a spray, but I always use it.
Hey, there you go, man. And I'll send you more when you guys run out, because that stuff does go bad after a while, like after a year.
Oh, listen, you can't use expired suntan stuff. Sunscreen. Doesn't work.
No, absolutely. Hey, man, did you see? Brazil held the USMT to a draw last night. I mean, they literally, I know it was a friendly, but man, Musa poked one that hit the crossbar, man. Oh, that was a rocket.
And you're excited because, you were mad about their performance against Colombia the other night.
Oh, I was livid. But from the start, you could tell that they weren't playing well. You could just see it, if you know soccer. And one more thing, I got a nice story about Rosenblatt and a kid that I used to break dance with. That, he played baseball. We used to pick him up and then we'd go to break dance practice, man. We were with the City Street Breakers crew, and his name was Ron Lynn. He played for LSU. He was a center fielder, Filipino kid. I'm married to a Filipino girl. He was so short, and my dad used to see him in the house breakdancing, and my dad loved baseball. Greenleaf, he says he hit the home run that won everything. I'm not going to doubt him. God rest his soul. But he loved he goes, man, Ron's awesome. And it was just fun watching that with my dad.
That's
and
awesome.
I did see Rosenblatt when I came for the Slump Busters with my son. So
hey,
that's awesome.
Ernesto, could you get me a video of you breakdancing? Do you have
Please.
one?
We'll take a current one.
Now,
hey, we'll take a current one too.
That would look. If I did it now, it would look like a cow. However, I may be able to get one from my high school if they still have that stuff.
And then Tristan wants to know if you ever do the Jim Rome smack off. He thinks you'd be really good in that.
No, but I appreciate that. That's an honor, and you guys rock. And I don't waste my efforts on a show that's less than what I listen to every day.
Oh, wow. Good stuff. Thanks, Ernesto. Justin makes a great point. Perhaps there was a tweet regarding gaining a second hour on the air, and too many people liked it, causing a crash of Twitter and making Twitter change that policy.
If that happened, that's a really big deal, and we would have a second hour if that happened.
Also, going back, I agree with Simba. It said White, Drew, Brown, Tatum, Porzingis, Horford, and the Boston front office and coach not getting enough praise. Kyrie not getting enough blame.
What are you blaming? I agree with what you're saying about the Celtics, Simba, but what are you blaming Kyrie for? He played his heart out last night.
He's trying. That's not very good. So Friday they'll go back at it 7:30. Also, real quick here, Coach Hoiberg talked yesterday. Speaking of basketball, got a few updates. Obviously, he talked a lot about Britt Williams, Gary Hoiberg, Mass are all back. They're back there on campus getting ready. He said on Wednesday, our big message to our team this year is we got there a year ago. Now we've got to take the next step. Now we need to get this program where it's never been before. So the challenge has been out there. You also got confirmation yesterday. We were expecting it but we had not heard, and that Ulyss he's good to go. He'll be fully eligible from the very first game this year. There you go.
Aaron Ulyss.
Finally got the confirmation that his status is good.
Man, that is fantastic news.
So there you go. He'll
Well,
be back
you know,
at it.
that
Been
is
practicing, served his, let me give my air quote, suspension based on all the stuff that went down.
I'm already getting excited, Hooks, because this roster does
Yeah.
look legit.
It is, especially when you start looking at the make, the model, and all that good stuff. He also said Berke and Braxton May, they'll be a little late arrivals. May has finished up classes at UW, and we'll get to campus next week. And Berke won't make town for another couple of months because he is, as to be a native of Turkey, is training with the Turkish national team, and likely won't be here until about August.
Okay,
So he'll be out there
Cool, good
doing
for
some
him.
stuff with that.
good for him.
Yeah, so good stuff, right?
That's great news.
Good stuff.
Great
from
news.
that.
We got
So
this. We got a starting point guard.
We do. So good stuff from as you continue to get down through Husker basketball notes and all that stuff. So, all right, let's take a break. It's about that time. When we come back, it is Ask Will Anything.
You're listening to the Morning Hookup with Bill Hooks and Will Wilson. More coming up.
I'm tired of talking. I've been nothing but good to you.
Oh, my gosh. 94, you're too nice. True Rome Show couldn't compete with the hookup. Justin said, Ernesto, you need to send me some ocean potion. That stuff is fire.
Oh
Ocean,
man,
ocean potion.
one of these days I got to play my dad's phone call
Can we not right
into
now?
the Jim Rome show. Let me see if I can
Find it. Can we not right now? Like the streamers would absolutely love to hear Mr.
It was
Wilson.
one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
We got to have that.
It got through on the Jim Rome show. Okay, here it is. Are you guys ready
here,
for
guys.
this? All right, let me see if I can. It's on my phone, so listen close, okay?
Final segment with nothing but calls. Let's go to Lincoln, Nebraska. Jeff, it's good to have you, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, Jim, thanks for the vine. Hey, John and Albuquerque, just because you're too old to be relevant, don't bore us with your self-indulgent takes. And Jim, I was talking to some of the guys down at the stables at Del Mar, and they told me that if Julia Roberts is old enough to buy bread, she's old enough to be bread. I'm out.
What?
How's that supposed to even mean? If Julia Roberts is old enough to buy bread, she's old enough to be bread. There's no age requirement on buying bread.
No.
Anybody can buy bread.
But not old enough to be bread.
Are you saying, for instance, that Julia Roberts looks like a horse? Is that what you're suggesting?
Dad.
I mean, again, personal appearances are not show fodder, but I would suggest to you that Julia finals.
Ah, that was the end of it.
Oh, God.
Then he goes, he talks to Adam Hawk, his producer at the time, and was like, "Is this the best you have?" And it was just hilarious.
Oh, my gosh. That's good.
It was so funny.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That made my day.
I don't have enough questions coming in here,
Yeah,
everybody.
Come on. Sorry. Come on.
This is supposed to be our best segment of the week. So far, you guys are really slacking.
Wow. Calling him out, huh?
I'm just saying.
Calling him out.
I expect a lot out of this crew, especially you, Justin.
They'll pile in. Mom's on there, too, so she's got questions, doesn't she?
She better.
Come on now. Let me think here. I got to have a couple. Oh, I got that down there, too. I can't write that down twice. You got any coming in yet there? We got 6 so far. They'll pile in. Knowing our listeners, they had to go get more coffee or
or more beer.
Oh my God, that's why I'm like, I'll start this one. I am strictly water after yesterday, boy.
Uh-oh.
Tie hooks. My kiddo. Oh, hold on a minute. Watch. I'm going to answer my kid. Hey, what's up? I'm on the radio and the stream. What's up? No, you ask me a question. Oh, I know what he did. I know what he was doing.
Big wheel, the high roller, strolling through with an entourage. Hard to camouflage when you live in this lodge.
Welcome back in the morning hookup. It is that time. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when we put things on you see our names, Hooksy, Will Wilson. You can put tabs in there now, or like little, I don't know, captions. There you go. Mine says always hit range balls. But you go well documented Monday. I did not hit a range ball. And I was,
you were bad.
Completely terrible.
You were bad.
Just terrible.
Yeah.
I took the time yesterday actually to go to the range and hit range balls. I was in a little event yesterday, which is a unique event, by the way. They call it Wilderness Wednesdays. So it's bring guests and things like that. So yesterday was too low net, right? Too low net.
Mm-hmm.
But so you have a foursome. And you had this thing called the Lone Ranger.
Okay.
So every hole, it rotated through the order. Every hole, there's one of you were the Lone Ranger, which meant no matter what, your ball counted. And then the other three got, the low net there.
Okay.
Right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
So then you counted 2 low nets.
Okay.
We finished in second place yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, our combined score was a 9 under yesterday.
9th?
Yeah, net.
Okay. Did you win anything?
Well, yeah, I got a little shop credit for myself because being a member there. $100 shop credit.
That a boy.
And I had one of my better days yesterday after hitting range ball. 83, 3 doubles.
Wow. I'm impressed. Now,
night and day.
Where was that on Monday?
Huh?
Where was that?
I don't know,
Monday?
but I'm telling you, I was out of sorts.
I
was a little irritated.
Wow.
But it's fine. It's fine. But thank you guys for staying with by the way, the only thing that did yesterday, because I do have it's not been a great golf year. It's been up and down. But and we play, I play a money game typically on Wednesdays. Not yesterday because it was an event. That round, handicap wise, a full stroke down now.
That's
full
not
stroke.
accurate.
Full stroke.
It's not accurate.
It is 0.8, 0.5, something like that. It's under where I need to be.
Not after what I saw on Monday.
Yeah, it's under.
Wow.
I don't like being below a number for a competition that's coming up.
Okay.
That makes sense. I need those strokes.
Fair enough.
Let's get some questions, my man. Let's
All
go.
right.
Let's get some questions.
My
We got 13
favorite
of them
segment.
now. Oh, woo. Nor always steps up per game, by the way. Always. She wants to know your go-to Arby's order. Oh,
Okay.
somebody likes Arby's.
She does like Arby's, and I am not a big Arby's guy, and I think this answer will prove that. My go-to Arby's order is their chicken tenders. That's the only thing I get from Arby's. It's the only thing I get. I'm not a big roast beef sandwich
I
guy.
have so many questions.
I'm just
How
not
you
into
go
it.
I mean, I've never had their again. I'm not dogging the place. Okay, I'm not at all. I'm just questioning that you go to that. Like, here's the deal. I always question my kids too. Sometimes my kids, sometimes we'll go as a family, whatever, go get Mexican food and sit down. We're the buddy. We try them all.
I know what you're gonna say.
And sometimes one of them orders the chicken nuggets or the cheeseburger.
Right.
I tell them every time, I'm not paying for that. It's awful what they do. They're awful. They are not mine at that moment.
Yeah.
That's what you just did right there. If
Yeah.
Nora was there with you, Nora, you pay for your own meal at that point. Disown him at that point.
I'm just not a big, and also I've heard some things about Arby's. I heard it's one of the most unhealthy fast food restaurants out there.
It doesn't matter. When you go there, get the damn roast beef sandwich.
No, I will not do
or
it.
something else.
I will say, though, their curly fries are arguably one of the best fries.
Yeah. They have a
out
really
there.
good chicken salad sandwich, too, if they still have it.
Okay.
Just throwing it out
I
there.
would try that. It's just I'm not a big. Ugh,
Nora's other question is Will's, what is your hat cleaning process for his stinky hats?
I'm glad you asked about that. This hat I'm wearing.
I thought you were about to say
No, this hat I'm wearing right now, about a week ago, it smelled awful. This hat I wear
Yeah.
during the bar, I sweat, and I accidentally washed it the other day.
Uh-oh.
It got into my dirty clothes hamper, and I accidentally put it through the washer, and it worked out very well. So, Nora, I think that's my new hat cleaning process. Just put it through the wash. You don't want to dry your hats. That will ruin them.
You ever use a dishwasher?
No, I
Top
haven't.
rack of the dishwasher.
I haven't done that.
Look at that.
No.
Check that one out too. Top rack of the dishwasher.
Okay.
Greg wants to know. All right, let's hear golf action. How many fairways do you hit on an average 18-hole round, Will Wilson? How many fairways are there, by the way? First,
there'd be what? 14.
I believe so. Yeah,
14 depends
14
on how many.
fairways.
Some courses have 3 par
So,
threes.
we'll go with the average.
Yeah,
72 hole, right? 72 scoring, but
on a good day, 7.
wow, that's pretty good. I don't hit.
That's on a good day.
I'm not even close to that. Whatever.
That's on a good day, Greg.
Claire wants to know what your favorite comfort food is. What's your favorite comfort food, Will Wilson?
It is without a doubt Swedish meatballs and egg noodles.
Oh my God, really?
With some garlic bread.
Yeah.
That is without a doubt my favorite meal. I love it so much. My mom, she has mastered the recipe. I've tried to do it myself many times, and it tastes okay, but it's nothing near what my mom can do.
She can rock it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Justin wants to know, if you're a superhero, what would your superpower be?
I would want to fly. Flying would be awesome, but if I could pick a second one, it would be to rob people's bank accounts. Just put it into my
robber.
account. Yeah, you couldn't trace it.
No, perfect.
That would be it.
That's a great one. Justin wants to know what time your flight gets into Jacksonville. That's so good.
I canceled the ticket.
Sister Maggie wants to know, if you could get one dog right now, what breed would it be?
It would for sure be maybe a golden retriever. I've always wanted a golden retriever, but it would be what my current parents' dog is, and that's golden retriever cocker spaniel.
Yeah.
It's just great dogs. So nice, so fun, and they're not too big.
Not too big.
That's important to me. I don't want a big dog, but I don't want a small dog either. Just one
Medium.
right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Right in the middle.
It would be that one. Golden Retriever Cocker Spaniel. Look them up. They're beautiful dogs.
What would you name it?
I don't know what I'd name it. I'd have to think about that.
Hey.
Tiger.
Yeah. I like it.
Or Lefty. Lefty. I would name it Lefty.
There you go.
Yeah.
What Claire wants to know, what a conspiracy theory that you believe in.
Ooh, I could talk about this one for days. The whole 9/11 thing, it is convincing, especially when you look at how much money was stolen from the government right before that.
Yeah.
It's mysteriously stolen. The whole Paul McCartney one, have you heard about that one? Like, there's a conspiracy out there that Paul McCartney died a long time ago.
And it's like Weekend at Bernie's crap?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm telling my wife that she's such a Beatles fan.
There's one out there that Prince Charles is a vampire. I think we all could probably agree that
Will,
might be correct.
What books are you reading, man?
And then there's one that Mark Zuckerberg is a robot, and that is very convincing.
I could get down with that.
That one I believe.
I could get down with that one.
I think we all can.
I could get down. Maggie wants to know what you're looking forward to the most in Bemidji. I got that right. I felt like I was going to miss that.
You did.
Bemidji.
I cannot wait. Here in a few weeks, we're going up to Bemidji for our annual summer vacation. And
because I go Wednesday next week and I come back and you're gone. Correct?
Yep. I cannot wait. One thing I'm looking forward to the most, the golf. It is the best golf course I've ever played up there in Bemidji. It's beautiful.
Family, the whole fam get together and go.
All family, the whole family's going to be there. Yep.
Nice.
Kind of going to be celebrating Nana.
Yeah, for sure.
Week,
absolutely should.
But other than that, just sitting on the beach and slamming some drinks. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome. Craig said, "Crown in water?" ? Yes, a lot yesterday. Claire, what is the weirdest thing you've ever seen at someone's home? That's funny.
It's not. So my answer is, it's not as weird as you get older. But at the time, I was in like the 5th grade, and I went over to my buddy's house. And his mom was like a sex education teacher. She did that type of thing. It wasn't even sex education. It might have been like sex therapy, or she did something with sex. She wasn't a porn star. Don't get that confused. But when I went to go take a leak in the bathroom, there was like Playboys everywhere and like
Jeez.
and condoms
That's weird.
next to the toilet.
That's weird.
Like, but she put them there. Like that was her
That's
thing.
weird.
Like she thought they needed to be there for some
Hey, she's
reason.
just
So
making-
imagine as a 5th grader, you're going in there and seeing that. It's like, wow, interesting.
wow. That's good. I'm sorry, I lost my place. Oh, Triz the Gooin. He's got a couple. Triz is on lock. He's on lock with us today. Did Will ever get sad like me in K through 12 when the last name started with a W? Always felt like you're getting sloppy 26.
Yes, Triz. That happened all the time, but you kind of got used to it, you know? And a lot of times you kind of get like sympathy from other people. So it kind of worked out for you sometimes.
Yeah. It was way down the list, though. Best movie sequel from Justin.
Now, a lot of sequels suck. The Bourne movies hit every single time. Those first 3 Jason Bourne movies were amazing. I'd have to
So
say,
you're Bourne, you like
yeah,
Bourne. All right,
I'd say
good.
Jason Bourne.
Will, what is the most exciting project you're working on currently, work or personal? What are you working on, man?
Well, I actually just a few minutes ago was interested in looking into shirts because we got to get
We
our
gotta get
t-shirts
shirts.
going because Claire got us that logo
I have a
back.
guy. I have a couple guys. Different we can ask to.
Okay, could you finance
Will
it
you-
and maybe make it a write-off? Or
Sure.
I'm just wondering because that would help you out.
Sure.
No, because I don't really have a
That'd
nice.
be weird with our faces in a little Slim's logo somewhere.
Oh, so since okay, I got you. Yeah, all right. We'd have to make them the show sponsor,
Yeah.
but that's a conflict.
The
of
shirt
interest,
thing
I
has to
think.
go, and we need to finish. We will. Triz wants to know your favorite sports network: ESPN, Fox Sports, CBS, or Yahoo. That's a great question. That is a great question.
Probably
Holy
CBS. They're the ones I follow the most. I did listen to Jim Rome a lot, and he used to be with CBS. I think he still kind of is, but now he's doing a show on Twitter, which is interesting. I'd probably say CBS, and like it or not, I do like some of Barstool's content. I dislike a lot of the personalities there, but there's a few I can get down with, and I'd probably say CBS and Barstool.
Nice. All right, we're gonna get through these. Man, there's a lot. We got 11 more, or at least 10 more popping. Here you go. How many times around do you stop at the beer cart? From Greg.
About
Every time they come and see me, I stop 'em.
every time, probably 5 times, and you got to get a shot every time.
Every time. Biggest sports star you've interviewed. Jotter says Will doesn't like the meats, by the way.
The meats.
The Arby's.
Jotter, I haven't seen him
What
in a
up,
while.
brother? Biggest sports star you've interviewed.
Man.
On our show?
Well, and I'm thinking back to like years ago. We've had Lionheart.
Oh, yeah, we had him. Yes.
We've had Gaethje.
Gaethje was on.
Wait, Justin Gaethje. That's probably it. Justin
Gaethje
Gaethje
was
was
on
huge.
with us.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
But
but he
we-
was he was intense.
Yeah, he was. He said a few S
Yes,
words.
he did.
Yeah,
He did.
we've had Fred on. That's a big
Yeah,
get.
Fred's been on. Henry T. Buchanan, legend.
T probably is T.
I know we haven't had her on, but we saw Charlotte Flair was in the studio before.
Yep.
Ryan Schmidt, first Husker game you remember watching as a kid.
It was the sellout. It was one of the sellout anniversaries. It was when we played Louisiana Lafayette, and we wore the throwback uniforms.
Yeah,
I remember that one very well.
very well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Justin wants to know what we would do if we had more than 13 listeners. Disney World? Question mark.
Vegas.
Vegas. Triz, yes, I'm all about this. When can we get Will working at Slim Chicken's drive-thru for a shift for the loss of a bet? Think of the sales, Chicken King.
Hey, listen, I know how to do it. You've
done that.
I worked fast food chicken for 3 years. I'm conditioned.
Yeah, you can do that. We're gonna make it happen. Triz, I want to see how Will answers this one because I'm on your wavelength. Do you root for live golfers to miss shank putts like I do? Hashtag sellouts.
You want me to answer that?
Yes. You don't. You're for them. You don't.
Here's my answer to that. Triz, I know for a fact if you got offered $50 million to go golf and live, you would take it. So I don't want to hear that.
How's John Rahm?
And don't lie to me, Triz.
John Rahm's trying to figure out how to. Thank God he's got the money so he can pay for his problems. He's been terrible on the golf course.
DJ's
What
been
did you
really
say
bad
Phil
too.
was? Yeah, DJ was 3 over through 9. What did you say Phil was at one point?
Phil is 6 over today. They're not playing good.
Tiger's not much behind him at this point right now. Your mom doing a comment. AC Cakes?
AC Cakes is their dog, the one I was talking about.
Okay.
The Golden Retriever
Got
Cocker
you.
Spaniel.
And what about Patty Girl?
That was Nana's little dog
Oh,
who
stop
we're trying to find a home for. So I think she might have a home now.
Ryan 840, it's a great question for Will Wilson. Is the first lady your first serious relationship?
To be honest, yeah.
Boy, you're holding up
This
well.
is the first one that I have been really enjoying, and
You're holding up well.
yeah.
Impressive.
Thank you.
Impressive.
I'm really I like her a lot.
Oh, that's the questions, man. Well done. They stepped your game up right there.
This was great.
Great. Keep it up. Keep it up. So,
Triz, I need you back every Thursday.
yeah, we
man.
do, Triz. We like having you, Sim hanging out with us. You guys come out on a Thursday for us.
I got a
Appreciate you
question
guys.
for Triz.
Ooh.
How do you feel that the Raiders offense is probably going to be worse than last year's?
Wow, man, that's
Yikes.
harsh.
Yikes,
Harsh,
huh?
brother.
He knows I love him.
Before, I know we got a few minutes left. I did want to bring up, if you didn't yesterday, because I know people couldn't watch it, but yeah, two Huskers pitching against each other yesterday.
Yeah.
Povich and Swelly.
How about
they
that?
both did well.
Mm-hmm.
But you look at the lines of it, obviously Swelly does not get the loss, by the way. 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. Pretty good. But what can do any better than that is when Cade Povich goes out. 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs in the game. Both performed really well. You saw pictures surface of Coach Bolt down there hanging out with them.
ERA. What goes into ERA? I thought it was just runs.
Earned run average. It is. It's their earned runs.
So why did
like errors? Like if a runner reaches by error or scores by error, it's not an earned run. It's just a run scored.
So why did Povich have like a 6 ERA after that game?
Because he's at a 4. His ERA right now is 4.76.
Oh, okay.
That's down from where it was. And then after that game, so they were both like Swelly was in the 10, and I think Povich was an 8 or so. After that game, Swelly's is now a 6.3 and Povich down to a 4.7. ERA.
You hope they can stay up,
Both showed good stuff, man. Both showed some really good stuff yesterday.
And then you know what was cool? So I read that there was 4 Huskers in that game. Aaron Bummer came in and pitched.
Oh, geez.
Late for the Braves. And then there was another one. And I don't know who it was, but apparently there was a 4th Husker in that game. I could be wrong. I might have misread that, but I thought that's what I read.
Also, news coming out. You might like this. The Falcons have now got their punishment for tampering with Kirk Cousins.
Thank God.
They are forfeit the 25 pick and $50,000.
Can the Vikings get their pick that they give up?
I don't know how that works. So that is done. That news announced this morning as well.
What a bunch of idiots. Mom says, have you ever kicked a ball from behind a tree and didn't count it? Oh, like Judge Smells and
yeah, and
Caddyshack?
No, I have not.
Well, I don't want to put anybody. I don't want to snitch on my own team, but we might have pulled a little bit of that.
Oh yeah, we had like Club Link lead waves.
Right,
that's
Mom?
A scramble, though.
Yeah, Mom, that's legal, right?
That's a
Club
scramble.
Link.
Scrambles.
As long as you don't bring it from the rough to the fairway.
Yeah. Do you play the I mean, sometimes I would say like, do you play the whole winter rules? You play the ball up in fairways, play it down, all that.
Mm-hmm.
We do that in our group. When it's early golf, like that early golf you play it up in the fairways, whatever. But it's not like kicking out. So, all right, you guys are awesome. Thanks for hanging out with us. Boy, that's a great Thursday. You guys stay safe, stay hydrated. It's going to be really hot again today. And Will and I will catch you on a Friday.